Hi there my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, my company is Hello From Liz Mathews, and I'm excited to spend some time with you today. It is FlossTube episode number 93 and the day's date is June 23rd, 2024. It has been a minute since I have been able to sit down and chat with you, that we've been able to spend any time together, and I have missed you so much. And I'll get into all the reasons why, but I am just really happy to be back. This is going to be a traditional FlossTube video. I was able to squeeze in a special edition video maybe 2 weeks ago now, and I hope that you tuned into that. I was introducing you to my very best friend in the whole wide world, Annie. She launched her FlossTube channel and I invited her onto mine so I could do a quick introductory Q&A with her, and I hope that you have had a chance to check out her very first FlossTube video. I was a guest on it and we just sat down and chatted cross-stitch. It was so much fun. We have plans to do that again tomorrow and I can't wait. I'm already looking forward to it, and you'll have something to check out new on her channel very soon. I tell you what, sitting down and deciding what to share, what to go over, it has been daunting. I think when you take a step back from FlossTube, taking the first step back in is the most challenging part. So here I am, like I said, I'm super excited to be back with you and try to get on a more regular schedule as long as life allows. You know how it goes. It is now the middle of summer and man, oh days is it hot. It is, I think, like 98 here in Maryland today, or all week rather. We're in the middle of a hot streak. It's miserable. My garden is loving it because I've been able to keep up with the watering. It is thriving, and if I can, maybe I'll try to put a couple videos or little pictures in this video or next week's, because I have a feeling this one's gonna be a long one as it is. But I have been so joyfully gardening in the mornings, in the evenings. I love weeding. Our zucchini and squash are coming in full force. I'm gonna be sharing it with neighbors. As soon as I hang up with you, I'm gonna send some texts and see if anybody could possibly use some. We've got more than we could ever eat here. And zinnias are starting to sprout, snapdragon's going crazy, tomatoes, cantaloupe. I need to put some pictures in because I did like a arched trellis this year with tomatoes on one side, cantaloupe on the other, and they're weaving their way together. But this is not a gardening channel. Oh no, this is a cross-stitch channel, or just a crafty channel, a place where I can share my love of all handcrafts, and that's what I'm going to do with you today. I should say, as always, anything I mention is going to be listed chronologically in the description box of this video below. No need to stop whatever you might be working on. You can drop that box down and look for everything to be listed there. I tell you what, I have been crafting up a storm this past, it's been about a month and a half since we've sat down and chatted. I think it has. I've been crafting like crazy, but it hasn't all been cross stitch, and more on that later. But more than ever, I am just so grateful that I found all of these hobbies, that I can make things with my hands, and then it brings me so much peace and tranquility and therapy to just be a maker. More than ever, as I said, it's just been such a gift lately. So I'm going to show you a little bit of all that. I do have a feeling that I'm going to need to make a dedicated knitting video. Spoiler alert, that's what I've been doing the most of, and I am so happy about it. But I know that not everybody here is enjoying knitting content in videos, so maybe that just means a dedicated video has to come for those of you who do. I really like that idea. And you know who you can blame for all of that? Liz. Send her my warmest thanks. I'm so happy to be a full-fledged knitter. So I will tell you a little bit about that in a while. Let's rewind and chat about what has been going on in the last month and a half of life. This is definitely going to be a chattier video. I know some of you don't enjoy those. I always get those comments. So maybe we can check each other out, check in with each other in the next video. No hard feelings. I will catch you there. But I just have a lot that I need to catch you up on and fill you in on. So as far as business life, let's get that out of the way. That's kind of short and sweet and easier. I have joyfully gotten back to my business lately, and I say that because since February, I have been gone from home so much, and it's really been hard to be like away for a week, try to get back in the groove for 2 weeks, away for a week, back in the groove for 2 weeks. It's hard to be like really focused and feel very accomplished. I do think I have done the best job that I was able to do, the best job possible for my capacity, but it's really nice to be home now and to like be getting really deep into it. I plan on doing a meeting with Joe next week so we can talk about the future of the business, the second half of the year, crazy, and just make sure all of these dreams and plans I have in my head can come to fruition with help. So I have not put out a new set of releases. I know I had intended on doing that in June, and I think I might have told you that was the plan, or at least I verbalized that to some people, but it's just is not happening. This is the busiest time of the year for so many people, and people are traveling and enjoying vacations, and traditionally new releases during this period of time for me haven't always been the most well received. And I don't mean that in like people don't like them way. I mean like people are busy and maybe they don't catch them and they're too occupied doing summer things to really see what I release and to sit down and enjoy the stitch, which is what I always want you to do. So I have decided to hold off on new releases until Needlework Marketplace. That comes the very last week of August, first week of September, however that weekend shakes out on the calendar. I am participating in it this year. Last year there was just too much happening in my personal life that I just couldn't wrap my head around it. But this year I very happily am participating, which means along with all of the amazing designers in our community showing new releases and getting ready to put out new designs, I will be with them, and I have already determined what my large batch of new designs are going to be. So you can look for that to come from Hello From Liz Mathews. In the meantime, if you are really looking for new designs from me, the membership is always an option for you. I put out an exclusive design of the month every month on the 15th, but that is where you will have consistent new releases from me, and I'm going to tell you about those in just a second. The other thing that I wanted to mention is an event that's coming up. I was told that I can, share the information, but I'm hesitant to. I don't want to be the very first one to. So I'm just going to say with a very strong wink and nudge friend to friend that you should maybe block off some time for your stitchy self July 19th through 20th. I just think that would be a good idea. Maybe like plan for like a new start, or plan to order out food that night, or just make sure that you're available. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, more to come on that. It's gonna be good. I will be there for sure. And then I also wanted to share something that my friend Annie is hosting with the FlossTuber Beck Stitches Everything, who is new to FlossTube, along with Annie. She is a wonderful channel to watch. I've really enjoyed her videos. The two of them got together and decided to co-host a sale for the Mill Hill mini kits. So the hashtag you can use for that, we'll put it on the screen here just in case I don't verbally get it right. It is Mountain Out of a Mill Hill hashtag. So you can use that and follow along on Instagram, share it on social media, follow both of those ladies on FlossTube for sure. But I am participating, and I will show you what I plan to stitch in just a bit, but that's a really fun hashtag I didn't want you to miss, or a stitch along I didn't want you to miss. And then what else do I want to mention? I think that's it. My plan is to be back next week and to get on a regular schedule. That is if I have enough to share with you. Perhaps I'll get on an every other week FlossTube schedule, alternating between cross stitch and other hobbies, cross stitch and other hobbies. I don't know. I'm winging it. I'm trying to take the I don't know. take the parameters off. There's no rules in cross stitch. So I'm trying to wing it a little more because that is what life has demanded of me lately, and I am just going with it. I'm sure that all of you are wondering how my dad is and what an update is with his health, and I am so happy to say that he finished his chemotherapy just at the beginning of June, so a couple weeks ago now, and we are waiting for his PET scan, which will happen in a couple more weeks, with fingers crossed. And I'm so unbelievably proud of him. He did such an amazing job at remaining brave and strong, and oh, he's amazing. So chemotherapy is complete for now. We know that there is a long road ahead, but for now we are just enjoying this milestone, and we celebrated with cake, and I hung banners, and there were some balloons, and we just did it up right. I was able to spend an extra fun day down there with him, and we actually have a father-daughter trip planned for early July. I'm so excited. It's just the two of us. We're gonna get away. More on that later, but we just really want to make sure that we spend quality time together. And again, I'm just so proud of him and so thankful for everybody who sent a virtual hug, a good thought, a prayer, anything. You have no idea how comforting and how much that made me feel loved. So truly, I appreciate it so much. Okay, as far as my stuff goes, I feel like I've covered a lot of it. I've been gardening, I've been home hermiting and nesting and just enjoying being home with Joe. We're watching cooking shows, cooking show after cooking show after cooking show. That's our thing, and I'm just so happy to be home. There's really not too much exciting happening with me now. I did have the opportunity to go to StitchCon. I wasn't sure it would happen because it was quite literally the day after my dad's last chemo treatment, but he was feeling really strong and feeling really good, so he said go have fun with your friends, and I was able to do that, which was so nice. It was quite hard to switch gears from such an intense thing to you know, just celebrating and being with my friends. But after an evening to myself in the hotel room, I was able to do that, and I had a really great time. The ladies who I planned to meet up with, who I planned to spend time with throughout the weekend, made the weekend not only people that I had already known, but I also got to meet new people. And although I was just exhausted and tired, oh, it was so great to see people in real life and just have that connection and get to bond over our shared love of cross stitch. Everything I did was with Liz of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She got into town the same night I did, although a lot later, but I love her so much. She is truly one of my best friends, and I'm so happy that the internet, that FlossTube, that Instagram brought us together, and she was the perfect travel partner. I loved spending time with her. She did a wonderful StitchCon recap video, which I will link below, and I never pulled out my camera. To be honest, I don't think I took a single picture. Not one the whole time, but Liz and other friends were able to capture. So I will link Liz's video down below, because specifically she captured a lot of the things and activities that I did. And I just want to thank everybody who I was able to spend those couple days with. You have no idea how much it meant to me at such a heightened emotional point of my life, and it was just so good to get away and to spend time with you, so thank you. You will hear more about StitchCon as I go through the video. It would be impossible not to chat about it, although I am not going to do a StitchCon dedicated video or really go over all the details. There are so many already published existing videos that will do and do a far better job than I could. So definitely search in YouTube for StitchCon videos and you will not have a hard time finding them. Okay, I feel like I said that so weirdly, but that's okay. I'm getting back to it. I'm getting my FlossTube legs back. So I first want to show you two finishes I have, and then I thought I would start with more of the cross stitch stuff and then move into haul and some goodies that I was gifted and picked up and found at StitchCon. That way, if you are a cross stitch watcher and you are just here for that stuff, you're able to watch and then tune out. How does that sound? So the first finish I have, this is an FFO. This is Secret Garden, and this is a Hello From Liz Mathews membership exclusive chart. It is no longer available in the membership. The patterns are available for 1 month for you to download, and then they are gone until they are general releases the following year. So this will be coming out, but I was able to finish it, and I just wanted to make sure I shared it with you because I showed you when it was a WIP, and I'm just so very pleased with it. Let me give you a close-up. This piece does have Petite Treasure Braid metallic thread in the stars that surround the bird and are intermingled in the garden. So make sure you take note of that. But this was such a fun stitch. As I mentioned before, much bigger than I thought when I designed it. So it took me a little more time. I thought I could do it in like a week, I think, but no, it took me a little bit more time. And this piece is released with 2 different color palettes, and I'll talk about it more when it is a general release in 2025. But for now, I just wanted to share with you the finish. It has a very like dream catcher look to it. This is all antique vintage silk that hangs below the stained hoop. And I did a full tutorial in the membership. If you join the membership now, that tutorial is available indefinitely. It was not removed, just the pattern itself. So if this strikes your fancy or this finish looks like something that would fit one of your pieces that needs an FFO, it's there for you. But this is Secret Garden, and I had to show you since we had already chatted about it. Man, I love it. It's been hanging on my wall since I finished it, and that really tells you something. I don't hang a lot of my own pieces on the wall, but this is definitely something I love. So it's been hanging up. And then I have one more piece, and not unlike Secret Garden, this is also a membership exclusive design. This is out now. It will be available until July 15th. This is called Seaside, and I hope that you like it. It is very similar to other designs that I have released in the past with the 2 different tones and colors of fabric that are then put together to form a single scene. And of course, I had to do a beach theme this year. So I'm going to give you a little close-up, and we're going to chat about this in depth in my membership over the next couple days. So if you like it, it is there and available for you right now. You do not need to wait. It is an automatic PDF download if you join Pattern Stashers or All Access membership level. And I love this. I love it so much. I think it would be so great stitched individually, just as the sea scene, or just as the summer house scene. I love it. I love it. Put me right there. I want to be there. Oh, wouldn't that be so nice, especially in this nearly 100-degree weather. The water, like sea spray, that's what I'm trying to think of. Yes, sounds great. So I hope that you love Seascape. Again, if you're interested in it, it's a membership piece for this month. So make sure you join and download before July 15th. The July 15th pattern is being model stitched right now, and I'm just having so much fun making these designs and sharing them. So, okay, that is all of my FFOs for right now. More to come in the future, I hope, because I have been doing a little stitching. I've got some WIPs. One is very close to being an FFO, one's medium, and one, I think it's a stretch to even call this a WIP. So this is in a Creative Country Girl bag, and this was a new start for me at StitchCon. This is the absolute only stitching I did while I was there. A couple people did pass around like a friendship piece where you were to stitch a little flower. One was actually my friendship piece that I released a couple years ago. So I did put a couple flowers on a few pieces, but this is what I brought to stitch on at StitchCon. It was one of, I think, 5 pieces that I brought. That was ambitious, but it seemed like the easiest one to stitch while I talked with my amazing table mates. And I thought, okay, I can get some stuff done. Are you ready for this? This is lame. This is what I got done. One Santa's boot. That is it. Does that even make a new start? I hesitate to say yes, but this is the Prairie Schooler 2021 Santa Claus, and I stitch one of these every year and gift it to Mare around the holiday, and this is the one I chose for this year. I just love all of the critters and the birds. This is available now. You can contact your favorite ONS, and they'll be happy to get it for you. I kitted it up in a not called for fabric. To be honest, I don't even know what this is. So I will get that information and share it with you when I make some progress and we talk about this again in the future. I am using all of the called for DMC, but it's not the DMC, it's not the called for fabric. So one meager little start at StitchCon. If you're wondering what I was doing at StitchCon, it was knitting. It was so much easier to sit and talk while knitting because I had a pattern that required no thought, and that was really perfect. So that's what I did. I have made some more progress on this friendship piece. This is a piece that I brought to my dad's, I think, for his last treatment, and I got some stitches in on that. And in fact, I am so close to completion. Let me show you firstly what this pattern is. It is a portion of this bottom pattern put out by the Prairie Schooler called Friends. It's book number 84. You get 5 different patterns, and I'm doing, where is it? The ladies over here. Now you can see I did change, or rather omit, the verse that's at the top in order to make this friendship piece more ornament size. It's a big ornament. There's no doubt about that, but that's okay. I am so close to completing this. I only have to put in the back stitching for the 2 ladies' eyes, and then the writing, which I'll need to chart and personalize for the bottom there, and then I will have an FFO on this. Well, no, then I will be ready for an FFO on this. I don't know when it will actually get FFO'd. Before Christmas, I do know that. But this is a friendship piece that I started to commemorate my birthday trip with Annie. She and I got away for a couple of days and we stayed in a shoe house, a literal shoe house. And I started this on that trip, and I will hang it on my tree and always think of her and that trip when I do. I did personalize everything in this piece, from the hair color to the skin tone to the dress colors, and I will put in our initials at the bottom. And hopefully by the time we chat again next week, I might have that done. I've got until Christmas, so no promises. Now, speaking of Christmas, this bag might look familiar to you. This is my Hello Dimensions Sal piece. I am hosting a Sal, and I must first give my apologies to anybody who has been following along. This is a Sal that I announce directions for every other week, and I've been so absent, and I'm so sorry if I left you hanging. I hope you felt comfortable to just cruise on stitching whatever part of the Sal you wanted to, and if you were waiting for me, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. So let me show you what this piece looks like. This is the Dimensions Gold Collection Petite Pattern Coffee Shop. This is just a small dimensions kit. You can get it at your LNSs, you can get it online. It's very easy to find and it's still in print, readily available. And this is where I have gotten to with my Dimensions kit. I did share it in the WIP parade I did with Annie 2 weeks ago now, and I've not gotten it out. You guys, I've been knitting. So I need to get back to this, but my intentions with this and the instructions that I am giving for our next round of work all have to do with the top yellow section. You can see I did put a couple stitches in and start the next round or portion. And what I would like us all to do is the scallops of the overhang. What is that called? The overhang. Awning. The scallops of the awning and upward from that. So basically everything gold and orange at the top there. If we could do that, that would be ideal, and we will continue getting our progress in on this. I promise I won't leave you hanging again, and I apologize again that I did that. But this is where we are getting to. We're making good progress, and we will have this done by Christmas this year for sure. So that is my progress on that. And with those 3 WIPs chatted about, I am moving on to StitchCon haul and goodies and stuff like that, along with a few pieces of kindness that I have been gifted that I wanted to share with you in this section. First of all, Jan, who is a finisher at Keepsakes. Keepsakes is the store that hosts StitchCon every year. I've known Jan for a couple years now, since I received her smalls in the exchange the first year I went to StitchCon. She is such a very nice lady, and she messaged me and asked if I would be interested in this Dimensions kit for my collection, since you all know I have just gone down the Dimensions rabbit hole. And I said, absolutely, Jan, thank you so much. She knew that she would never stitch this, and I am happy to take this off of her hands and add it to my collection. I swear, with the Dimensions, collecting is just as much a hobby as is stitching the pieces, so I am so happy to have this. This is an oldie but a goodie. When was this published? Let's see here. 1998. So this is still one that I see pop up on eBay. I see people stitch it all the time, and I just love it. Thank you so much, Jan. If you happen to see this, I appreciate it. This is a little bag full of goodies. I took the goodies out. I've been eating them already, that my friend Sarah of Sarah's Stitchy Spot gifted me at StitchCon. These bags are so the rage right now. Have you noticed everybody getting them and stitching on them? Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I couldn't believe when she gave me this, because I am very excited to try my hand at stitching on this vinyl. Thank you so much, Sarah. You can pick any small little motif, actually as big as you want. I'm just gonna opt for something small to put right in the corner here, and that is such a generous gift, so thank you. This is so sweet. This was given to me along with a little friendship tag by Elizabeth of Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. I can't believe she stitched these and, you know, FFO'd them and gifted them to all of her table mates. There was a point in time that I thought that we would be sitting at the table with all of the girlies, and in fact we ended up being just next door, but she gifted this to me, and I think that's so sweet. It's beautiful finishing work also, and that group of girls, it's just, they're so friendly and excited and bubbly and just so wonderful. And I'm so glad that we got to be table neighbors and spend a little bit of time with them. We went to the yarn shop, and they're just such great people. Speaking of great table mates, I was sitting at a table with Kristen of Fiber on a Whim, and boy did she outdo herself with table mate gifts. I got this roll up of fabric that was tied with Fiber on a Whim dyed rickrack, and this fabric includes in it some hand-dyed velveteen, all in the colorway Heather. Thank you so much, Kristen. She knows what I have of her fibers, and she knows that Heather was not a color that I have, and I am so glad I have it now. It's this beautiful mottled, it could go gray, it could go purple fabric, and this was so awesome to receive. Thank you so much, Kristen. I have no doubt that you will see this pop up in a Hello From Liz Mathews design in the future. Isn't that so pretty? I love, love, love velveteen. And rickrack, did you know that Fiber on a Whim does rickrack? Perfect for your finishing. I got a couple cards of it to gift to Annie for finishing. So thank you, Kristen. I'm using every ounce of that. This is the sweetest little needle book made of vintage quilt material. Can you believe that? It is so sweet, and this came from my friend Zan of Crazy Band Lady Stitches. I cannot believe that she shared this with me. It was so nice. Thank you, Zan. I love it. I have strong feelings, strong positive feelings for antique quilts, and what a treasure. Thank you so much. I did get something knitting related from Bridget, the museum stitcher. She made these absolutely amazing drawstring knit bags as table mate gifts. I cannot believe that she gifted me one of these. These are so beautifully made. They are lined. They're just gorgeous. I want you to be able to see the inside there. I have a project in here, but wow, she is so talented, and I cannot believe she made this for me. I love it so much. I am obviously using it for one of my current knits in progress. I don't know the correct terminology yet, but this is so fantastic, and I think you could like just hang it over your arm and knit on the go. I think, but thank you, Bridget. I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait to see you again in March. You want to see what's in here? My knitting? Okay, I'm going to show you. So I got this beautiful fabric. This is not fabric. Switch gears in my brain. I need to switch gears in my brain. This is yarn. This is swanky yarn by Magpie Fibers. Magpie Fibers is a shop and dye house in Frederick, Maryland, my hometown. And I happened to stop by and do some shopping before I was heading to West Virginia for Dad's last treatment. It's like, I need to treat myself. I headed to Mare's. We celebrated Mare's Day, which is Mare's version of Mother's Day, and we did this amazing walking garden tour of all of these fabulous gardens in our area. It was like so inspiring and so gorgeous. I am just ready to copy all of those gardens. They were just so beautiful, and I think Mare should be on that garden tour next year. I really do. Her garden is amazing. But anyway, before I headed to Mare's, on my way to Dad's, I stopped and picked up a few little yarn goodies for some knitters who I was going to be seeing at StitchCon, and of course I had to get something for myself. So I'm holding this up, waving it around. What I'm trying to say is this is sock yarn in the colorway Saturday Night Beaver. I got two. I caked one up already, and this is the piece that I have started. Can you see? It's I guess this is technically called lace. See all those holes? And this is a really easy Pearl Soho free pattern, and I'm doing it, you guys. I'm doing it. I'm loving it. So this is all living in my bag from Bridget. Let me just put it away to keep everything safe, and I'll save all of the chat that I very much want to do right now about this piece for a dedicated video. But oh, if there's one thing I have always known but was very much reminded at this StitchCon event is how incredibly generous stitchers are. And the bond of just loving cross stitch, oh, it ties us together, and everybody is just so sweet and so kind and so generous. So those are a couple things that I wanted to share with you from StitchCon. I just have one more addition, and this is extra special. This came from, this came from someone extra special, and I didn't ask or see if I could mention it here on YouTube, but you know who you are. You were so incredibly kind. You made me cry with your generosity, and included in that was the books, the 1 or 2 books I needed to complete my collection of the Dickens Department 56 books. I'm not saying that right. The Department 56 houses books for the different villages. The North Pole series, yay! I didn't know that this even existed when I thought I had collected them all, but now my collection is full. I of course have the New England Village series book, the Christmas in the City series book, and my house collection, the Dickens Village book. So these are all full of cross-stitch patterns that coordinate with the houses that are part of the Porcelain Department 56 Village, which is just one of my all-time favorite things in the world. Year-round, a Department 56 Village makes me happy, and now I can stitch them too. So thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You've really... Thank you. There are no words. And then I got a gift from Liz there too. This is a collection that Liz got me for my birthday that I am so excited about, because I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, my friend Annie is hosting or co-hosting that Mill Hill Sal. Well, Liz got me Mill Hill pieces, which I have been wanting to stitch and find for so long, since she shared them in her Silver Needle video months and months ago. Silver Needle, the shop in Tulsa, has many of these Mill Hill house and like village pieces stitched up and hung on the wall, and since Liz shared them in her video, I've been hunting for them, completely like not finding the right ones. So when she gifted this to me, oh, it couldn't be more perfect. And do you see what she chose? This is called the Flower Shop, and it's like a floral scene with wisteria. Oh, it is perfect. Liz knows me, and look at that. I do have to admit, I am a little bit intimidated by this. I did open it up and kind of look at it and think, I'm gonna start this at StitchCon. And then I quickly realized this is not the kind of thing that you don't pay full attention to. I don't know if you can frog or cut out on perforated paper. I mean, obviously you can, but I don't want to destroy the perforated paper. So I want to be able to focus a little more. Also, look how many beads are in there. That makes me so excited. So this couldn't be more perfect. I love it so much. And in addition to the Flower Shop, she also got me the Victorian tree little ornament from Mill Hill, which is exactly what Annie and Beck are asking us to stitch for the stitch along. So she knew ahead of time that I needed one of these, and she chose so well. Again, you have all of the threads and the beads and the specific instructions, which I think if I were to take the time to figure it out, maybe make a working copy, it would be far less intimidating than it is when you're sitting down and looking at it in the middle of a stitching retreat. In addition to those two kits, Liz also got me the frame that is a perfect fit for when I finish the Flower Shop. So it will just go in there and be done, and I think that is genius, and what a gift. I just love this so much. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I also have I just have two more things for you. I think I'm gonna let you go with that. it's been a long time since I've talked this much, and I don't want to overwhelm you. I know that shorter videos are sometimes preferable and you have things to do, but I just have 2 more gifts that I wanted to share with you. Not because I want to show off what I have been gifted, but just because, as I mentioned, the kindness in this community and the kindness from my friends, it just blows me away. So this is something that I received from Kia of Kia B, and I have never seen anything quite like this. This is a full leather little pouch of amazingness. I don't know what this is technically called. It is beautiful. There's metal hardware all around. Look at that clasp. It is from Winterbury. The emblem's on the top there. And then you open it up and there are goodies inside that she's selected for me. But first, take a look at the inside of this. I told Kia, whatever I choose to put in here has to be worthy of this beautiful case. Like, no pens, because I would not want to mark up the inside. It's just so beautiful. So I have no idea what I'm going to use this for yet, but it is just, oh, it's just amazing. I love it so much. And in addition to this gorgeous leather mini train case, I don't know, pouch, oh, she also sent along a little, what is this called? This has a word. It's not a layer cake. It's a charm pack from this fabric line, which I had never heard of before, but as I like thumbed and fumbled through here, it's beautiful. So if you haven't heard of this either and you are kind of similar in style to me, you might want to check out that fabric line. I'm of course linking it below. So good. I might need to explore that a little more. And then also in my little case is, so sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but we should be good to go now. I was just showing you these beautiful scissors from Seju that were also included in the package from Kia. How absolutely perfect and classic are these? I love the tag. These are gonna be kept with my good scissors. These are just so beautiful and like such a satisfying snip. So thank you so much, Kia. Even this packaging is perfection and I will keep it as such. Just one more little goodie that I was gifted and I am so thankful for as well. This is from Annie and this came from the Ukraine. And when she gifted this to me, I thought it was absolutely adorable, but couldn't quite wrap my head around what it was. And then I opened it up and it is so cute. This little label sticker on the front of the box does not do this justice, and I'm not gonna fully unpack it for you, but it is the full kit to finish this little box. Look at this. Look at this. How cute is this? This is actually the stuffing to get some dimension to your finish. And this is what you get inside. All of the threads on this wooden thread keep, the box, the fabric, more thread, all of the instructions, and then what I really want to show you is this. This is like textured embossed leather that your piece sits in, and oh, I hope that is focusing for you. It is just so beautiful and I can't wait to stitch this and see it come together. I've never heard of this company, and I will link it below if I can, or better yet, we'll ask Annie about it tomorrow in the video that we post on her channel and she can give you more information. But I mean, I had no idea that such cuteness would be in this box, and what amazing like packaging product. I am so excited to work on it. Thank you so much, Annie. Okay, so much kindness that I just appreciate. Okay, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point with my gratitude. And I am also so grateful that you stopped back to watch my first video back at it. I promise it will not be so long next time. I'm planning, hoping for next week, and don't forget to check XO Needle in the Hay XO channel for a little appearance from me as well. Okay, over and out. Happy stitching, happy crafting, happy week, happy everything. Bye.